have you heard about the ICE agents versus teachers trend on TikTok?
I have a little bit.
Okay.
I haven't
Have
gone
you?
down that, but I know a little bit, just a little bit.
Okay. You know a little bit. Okay. So, for those who don't know, this is sort of, I guess, falls in our cringe moment of the week. Um, I don't know, I saw the trend because someone was mocking the trend, which I always appreciate when I'm on that side of TikTok where someone's mocking what's going on. I'm like, are ICE agents really thinking they're going to take on, or teachers really thinking they're going to take on ICE agents? And lo and behold, if you search it on TikTok, there are a bunch of people who are self-proclaimed badasses who are going to fight ICE agents who are public school teachers, and they're going to take them on. Well, let's take a look at some of the videos because I think they're pretty funny, and I want to discuss them
Okay.
after. So we'll let me pull one of these up. Can you see that?
Yes, I can.
Okay.
No idea where they are. I don't recall their names. I have no idea what country they're from. Can't recall the last time I saw them. I have no information about that. I'm not aware of any of that. I don't recall. I have no idea. I don't know anything about that. I don't recognize that name. This is where we're at in public education. If you work in a field that is closely intertwined with vulnerable populations like the ill, children, the poor, you need to now more than ever refresh your memory on your rights, your students' rights, your patients' rights in terms of immigration. Because now ICE can raid these what used to be safe spaces where people could come to get medical care or come to get education. And now those spaces are being invaded. So your best friend is, I don't know. I'm not aware of that. I can't recall. Do not say anything to these motherfuckers. Let me just say this and make it very clear. If you are a teacher and you voted for that fucking orange, you don't deserve privilege to teach the students
Spicy.
that are in your classroom. You don't deserve to step foot in any educational facility ever. I will die on the hill that teaching is social work. If you can't see and make connections with how you vote and the experiences that your students are going to have to endure, you don't deserve to be a teacher. Genuinely.
Okay, so that's one example. This one has a ton of likes. Her talking about ICE raiding schools right now. If you're not watching on video or watching on YouTube or anything like that, I will give you a picture of her. This is, she says, I believe teaching is social work. And then she also has the pink hair and the tattoos and the nose ring.
Her hair is pretty.
It's
So
very
what's your
pink.
face? Okay, so before we hopped on, I was like complaining to you, it's ridiculous and shallow, but I was like, I am having a bad hair day and bad makeup, and I was just going on like I'm like, it's ridiculous and shallow. I know that, but I'm having issues. But I couldn't help but notice she's very pretty, and her hair is actually very pretty. But yes, she has that look. I know what you're saying.
Yeah, she has the look of like someone who would think that their job as a public school teacher is to go farther than just being a teacher and
Like
somehow
the whole
turn it into
body needs to make a statement everywhere she goes.
right. So that's
Like
someone
a
who's
walking billboard.
this is the trend that's happening right now. They're all playing this sound, so this is. For my respect, bitch, I fight for D. Baby girl, I'm finna rock your shit. So they're all starting to act tough, like as if ICE agents are coming in. They're going to stop them. Also, the new trend that's going on with this is this whole cute winter boots thing, which I had to. This is the research that I want to let people know that we do on your behalf by going down the TikTok rabbit hole, so you don't have to. The trend is they're called cute winter boots to combat ICE. So that's the code of we need these cute winter boots to combat ICE, meaning they're going to go out and buy firearms to take care of ICE, which I guess now all of a sudden they're pro Second Amendment. Also, attacking federal officers or law enforcement officers is okay. But when it was done on January 6th, you're traitors and you should be thrown away forever. But when you're public school teachers and you want to attack ICE agents, completely fine. That's completely justified. That's not treason or insurrectionist. It's hard to figure out where the line is. If you're confused, I'm really confused as well as exactly where this goes. So
Yes, that is right. The cute winter boots thing is like the underground army, if you will, like against the government. And but what does confuse me is so we know that there has been an upward trend of school shootings, which is horrific and awful, and I don't condone that whatsoever. I mean, it's horrible. Like, and then that's not the point of the podcast, so I don't really need to go down that road. But so people have, as these shootings have occurred more and more often, there's a lot of people in the government, outside of the government, parents, whatever, that have said, "Oh, maybe school teachers need to carry," and a lot of school teachers were like, "No, I don't want to carry," and I think they have good reasons. There's plenty of like, okay, they're not necessarily trained. They don't want to own guns. They don't want to shoot guns, and that's their right. But also, a lot of these school shootings happen because it's usually a prior student. And like as a person in general, but as a teacher, suddenly your former student burst into your room, like you don't want to shoot that person. I get that. So they were all about like, and then what if a kid gets the gun? What if like all these things of there's so many reasons why these guns shouldn't be in schools. And I see both sides, and I'm not here to argue either side, and that's again not the point of the podcast, but it is weird how quickly we pivot. Just
Right.
when suddenly the narrative shift, you know?
Yeah, it's always when it benefits my side, I'm completely fine with it. But when it's your side, I'm going to completely use it against you. But that's tribalism. We've talked about it on this show, that political tribalism has been a problem. It continues to be a real problem in the United States, where people are blinded by like their own tribalistic, this is my team, I'm red team versus blue team, and they can't see past like what their team says. So, it's like people have stopped figuring out how to logically think about things, and instead they're more blinded by hatred for the other side, which obviously Donald Trump exasperates that on one side. And they see it as heroic when they were also chastising him for pardoning J6ers, who were, I guess, doing the same thing, which is attacking. It's just a mess of like logic and hypocrisy. But anyway, as a palate cleanser, this is the video I saw. So this is actually, so as a palate cleanser for people of everyone making fun of these brave teachers who are going to fight back against ICE agents. Apologies, people listening on audio, so you can't really see what the video is saying. So it's if you're not watching on video, it's me watching all these tough teachers and healthcare workers getting their clothes folded while they're in them by the ICE agents they were going to obstruct. So that's the new trend. That's like the counter trend, is making fun of the fact that like you think you're tough, wait until ICE agents get a hold of you, and these are trained law enforcement officers. So good luck with that. So that's our cringe moment for the week.